Hello everyone, I am Tiffany from CarvalhoCrochets, and today we will be learning the Tempted Cover-Up. This is the video pattern that matches the written pattern tutorial, and if you are here, thank you for supporting my business. Today, we are going to do the Tempted Cover-Up, and here are my supplies for the beginning of the tutorial. We have the Simply Soft Karen yarn. This is in color Sunshine. It is a medium weight yarn, which is a size 4. It calls for a 5mm hook, and today we are using 6.5 just so that it can be more of a loose creation. And I have my scissors to cut off my yarn when needed. And to get started, we are going to start with a slip knot. This is just how I do my slip knot. You can do your slip knot however you wish. Insert your hook into the slip knot and chain 4. Okay, now that you have your 4 chains, you're going to insert into the first loop and slip stitch, like so. You've created a ring. This is sometimes how folks will create their magic ring. We're going to do the chain 4 instead of a magic ring for this pattern, just so that our center piece of each of our squares are very, very sturdy. Now we're going to chain 3. Chain 1, 2, 3, and do 2 double crochets inside of our loop. So this is 1, and this is 2. Great, now we are going to chain 2, and now we'll do 3 double crochets going in the loop. Make sure you are going around your tail when you are doing your 3 double crochets. There you go. Chain 2. And 3 double crochets. As you can see, I'm still going around my extra tail from my slip knot. 2, 1 more. That's 3. We're going to chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets. Chain 2, and we're going to slip knot into the 3rd chain from the hook. Insert, and then you're going to just slip stitch. To chain 3. We'll always chain 3 to start our rounds. Inside of the hole, you're going to do 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Now we're heading to the next corner. In order to get there, we need to chain 3, chain 3, and then 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into this corner, as so. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 1, 2, 3. Again, to get from, this is our next corner. To get from this corner to the next one, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. chain 2, and then slip knot in the third chain. 1, 2, 3. Make sure there are 2 pieces here, and then slip stitch. All right, round 2 is done. Looks pretty good. All right, now I'm going to start the next round. I'm going to do a chain 3 and then do 2 double crochets inside of that chain space. Now for round 3, in the chain 3 chain space from the previous round, you're going to chain 5 and then do a single crochet into that chain 3 space, or around that chain 3 space, and then you're going to chain 5 again to get to the next corner. And now here you can see me doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space from the previous round. Now this is going to be the same sequence you take to complete round 3. So we're going to chain 5, single crochet, chain 5 to our corner. Complete this round until you get to the chain 3, 2 double crochets, and I will show you how to close, and we can start round 4. And as you can see, we are starting to create the pattern where the corners will remain chain 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and our pieces in between will be chains and single crochets. This is going to be the last round. I'm going to show you one more round. So we're going to start our round as always, chain 3, 2 double crochets inside of the corner space. One corner to the next, and we're going to chain 7, single crochet, chain 7, single crochet, chain 7, and then we will be at our corner. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to single crochet in your chain 5 from the previous row. Okay, chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Single crochet in the next chain 5 space. Now here is a common misconception that comes up, is to just go right into the corner with a double crochet. That is incorrect. Make sure that you chain 7 to get to the corner. So let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 double crochet. Chain 2, and then 3 double crochet in that corner space. So now we're going to continue this process till we get back to our beginning corner, and you're going to do chain 7, single crochet into the chain space, chain 7, single crochet into the chain space, chain 7, and then do your corner stitch, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. I'll meet you back at the beginning of this round to close out. And then to close out our corner, we're going to do 3 double crochet into this space, chain 2, and slip stitch in the third chain. Completed round 4 of our attempted granny square. And as I said before, we have done 4 rounds. You can always count your rounds by count. We're going to do 6 more rounds. But yes, we're going to do 6 more rounds and come back together. Alrighty. All right, everyone, I've just completed round 10 of this granny square. And again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds. And this is just one of 6 squares you need for the cover up, or one of 4 if you are doing a knee length cover up. In order to get to, in this round, I always chain 2, cut my yarn, pull through, and have a double knot to close it, just because it's more secure, it's less likely to come out. And we can actually cut close, boom, to that knot. All right, the first square is done. Again, I'm going to make 5 more of these, and then we will come back together to assemble. All right, everyone, welcome back. I have completed 4 squares so far. We're going to do the shorter version of the tempted cover up first, but during this portion, I'm going to show you how to connect the straps along the top and how to connect each square at the bottom so that the next square can be here. I'm only going to show you this part once, because once you have this set up with the tops, the straps at the top, and the connecting one square to the next one that's going to go below it, you can basically complete this on your own. I will also show you how to connect the sides and where exactly to connect the sides, okay? All right, let's get started. So before you begin, you want to make sure that you know where is the outside and where is the inside of each square. And you will know the inside of the square because you have your string from your chain 4 from the very beginning. So now I'm going to set it up so that the insides are facing each other, as you can see here. The insides are facing each other. Here we go. All right. As I said before, I was able to make 4 squares with 1 skein of yarn. This is the amount of yarn that I have left over, which is pretty good for this cover up. It is, I had 315 yards in 1 skein, and so as I said before, that's pretty good. All right, so to get started, we are switching up our hook size. This is a 5mm hook, and so we're going to start with a slip knot, as so. Here we go. Grabbing the corner of the first piece, I'm going to insert my hook into the third, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to insert my hook into the 3rd double crochet, put my yarn on my hook, pull through, chain 1, go back into that same space and do a single crochet, square. Let me move this out of the way so it's easier for you all to see. Okay. Now looking at the next chain, the first chain where we chain 2, single crochet into there. Actually, I love figuring out ways where I won't have to weave in my ends. So I'm going to take this tail and single crochet around it. There we go. Single crochet into the first chain, single crochet into the next chain. There we go. Still making it a little difficult to see. There we go. Here we go. In the next double crochet, I'm going to single crochet into that space. I'm going to single crochet, make sure I include that tail. So when I'm done, I can just snip that off. The tail is already weaved in. Chain 1, turn your work. And we are going to single crochet for 19 more rounds So we're going to come back together once you have done your 19 rounds, and we will attach to the back square. With the outside facing out, I am going to take my strap and begin to connect it to this piece. So I am moving from right to left, which I would typically want to move left to right, but I'm making it work. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first, the 1, 2, 3, third double crochet. I'm going to insert it into the strap, yarn over, pull through everything, and single crochet. And then again in the first chain, insert my hook, insert it into the strap, yarn over, pull it through, and single crochet. Again, the next chain space, it'll be a little tight because of the previous chain space. So insert, insert again. Whew, it's gotta let me. It's a little tight, but it's still doable. There we go. Insert into the strap, pull up a loop, going through everything. And then the last double crochet, insert into the last strap. There we go. Double crochet. Single crochet. Chain 2 and grab my scissors, cut, pull through, and then cut again. All right. And just like that, I've made my first strap. Yay! I'm going to do that same thing again on the other side. Now, I could choose to do this side or and this side, or this side and this side. It honestly really doesn't matter. All of the squares are exactly the same. All of the corners are exactly the same. So it does not matter which side you do. But I did this side, and now I'm going to do this side. I'll come back to you so we can start to connect the sides, okay? All right, so now it is time to connect the sides. All right, so the first thing we want to do is from the corner, we're going to count each chain, and we're going to count to 6. So here's the corner. We're going to count down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have my stitch marker. I'm just going to put it on this end. And now I'm going to go to the back piece, or the second square, and count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here is where our first chain will go. Boom. And then from here, we're going to count 3 more. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 9 here. And then the last one here will also be 9. And then I'm going to add my stitch markers. Here are the 2 spaces where we're going to add chains. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Boom. So now it's time to connect the chains. Okay. I'm going to insert my hook into the middle chain. So it's 7 total chains. I'm going to go into the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert my hook. Pull up my loop from my slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 2 inches, 2-inch chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want it to be. It's about 2 inches. Very good. And then now I'm going to go into the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going into the 4th chain again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Insert my hook. Slip stitch. and then again chain 2.
Going to the next stitch marker, this connecting chain will be 16 chains or 4 inches.
So again, grab my yarn, make a slip knot like so, like that. Insert into the 4th chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 4 inches. Looks like we got it. Yes, that is about 4 inches. Take it to the other end. And then we're gonna go count 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert our hook down into the chain, slip, stitch, boom, and then chain 2. Cut a little length, boom, like that. 2 inches under the arm. It's about 2 inches under the arm, a little bit more, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal for small. And then we have 4 inches at the hip. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I will show you what it looks like on the mannequin. Now it's time to connect the middle part of the cover up that will make it as long as your knees. We have our new piece of yarn. Since we have officially used 1 full skein of yarn, or skein of yarn, I'm going to make a slip knot. Great. And I can attach either the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to attach the bottom first. So I'm going to insert. Now I'm going from the outside in to the inside. Going to make a slip knot like so, like that. Okay, and now we're going to chain to this corner. Okay, and we're
going to chain 7. 7 is going to be our magic number for connecting the squares.
You'll see in the pattern how many, it'll change a little bit in the chains for each size. And chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to go to this corner, take it out. You can insert your hook if you want to that way, but this is just how I do it. So
single crochet into the corner. Next I'm going to chain 7, single crochet into the next chain space on the connecting square,
single crochet, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you notice, this is similar to the chain 7s that we've already done. Go to the next one. So after each chain 7, I'm going to the next chain space and single crocheting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the next chain space and single crochet. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way to the end. This is my favorite part. We have just attached the top to the bottom, and it looks like it's just like a continuation. I love that. It's like one of my favorite parts of doing this. That is so nice. So that's how you connect from the top square to the bottom square. Now I have, because this is going to be a knee length, I'm going to do the same thing on the back with this piece, and then I will show you how to connect the sides. So I'll be right back.
So for our last part, we're going to connect the connecting sides for our bottom 2 squares.
All right, everyone, I want to show you exactly how, where to place your stitch markers so you can do your connecting sides, and where to start your zigzag pattern for the knee length tempted cover up. So to start, you're going to put a stitch marker in the first chain from that top corner. Then you're going to go 1, 2 in the third chain from the top corner. So you will put a connecting chain that will connect to the back here and here. And then you will start your zigzag at the 7th chain. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can put a stitch marker here. Here is where the zigzag will begin, and you will end at the corner of the back chain. So you'll start here to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back. And then you will cut off your yarn because you've connected your sides. And then you will do the same thing on the other side in the same location. That's for a knee length.
Here's some pictures to see what it looks like.
All right, everyone, if you are doing the full length cover up and this is your middle square, I'm going to tell you exactly where to put your stitch markers so that you can connect the middle square to the back.
This will be similar to the knee length middle square.
All right, so we're going to place our first stitch marker in the first chain. Then you will put another one in the third chain, 2, 3. Yep, in the third chain here. And then you will place the last stitch marker in the 7th chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. So you will have connecting chains to the back at the 1st, 3rd, and 7th chain. Now,
that last stitch marker, you're just doing one connecting chain. You're not doing a zigzag if this is floor length middle square. So for the last square, you are going to start at the top chain and you're going to do your zigzags from that top chain to the 7th chain. You'll leave the last 3 chains open for space.
Sizes of your straps will change because you're at different parts of the body. And so make sure you're checking the pattern, the written pattern, to figure out where exactly you need to go.
Here are pictures of the floor length zigzag.